Welcome to Christian Warrior Training. My name is Keith. In this episode, we're going to talk about a child that was shot by a sibling in the parking lot of the church just after the service. And the kids, they were the pastor's kids. So we're going to break this down so we can talk about lessons learned. It's not to ridicule. It's not to bring shame. It's to talk about these things so we can make our churches safer. Most importantly, we have to thank God that this child is going to be okay. He's got some therapy to go through, but ultimately he was shot in the head and he'll be all right. Before we begin, if you like hearing about church safety issues, church security team issues, even if you're not a Christian, if you are a concealed carrier or anybody else worried about safety, we have some good stuff for you here. Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment because the algorithm likes it. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so that way YouTube lets you know when we put a new video up. All right, let's go ahead and break down what occurred. This happened in Burt at the River Valley Baptist Church parking lot, and this is where a young boy was accidentally shot in the head by his older brother. Now, both boys, their father is the pastor at River Valley Baptist Church. He has 5 sons total. 2 were in the vehicle that day. There was a gun that was open to them, left unsecured. One of the siblings grabbed it accidentally, not on purpose, shot the other, but it hit him in the head. Now, it ended up hitting him in the lower portion behind the ear, and it didn't go to where the brain is. He's gonna have to have some therapy though. So I know from people being shot and injured like this that it is stuff that could last a lifetime or it could be over with therapy, but it's gonna last a while. Now, after he was shot, he was airlifted to the Levine Children's Hospital in Charlotte, North Carolina for treatment. We did hear that he is doing good. The latest report suggests that his communication and movement abilities were not severely impacted, which is a great sign, and we can thank God that he is safe and that he didn't pass. Now, obviously, the church and the community have been deeply affected by what occurred, and church members and the pastor have been actively praying for both sons, which is important because think about the other son that accidentally shot him. Kids do stupid things. How many stupid things did we do when we were kids? And he's going to have to live with this for a long time, and it's going to affect him adversely for a very long time. Now, let's talk about some lessons learned from this incident. First and foremost, your team has to have some good medical training. We do medical training at least 3 times a year with our team, and we do specific gunshot wound training. So if something were to happen, that we can address it. We have in our congregation, our doctors, our nurses, and those people are on the safety team so that they can start taking charge right away. And we have a trauma pack centrally located that we can grab it and start treating somebody. Something you might want to think about too is think about a helicopter landing zone in your area. Where is that going to be? And then you could even talk to the helicopter crew ahead of time to talk about what would you want, and even do training with your team. You could ask them, do you want to come out and let's see how it would work? And they would show you where they're going to land, how they're going to land, how they're going to onboard patients, what you can do, which of course would be to keep people away, so that they can land safely. There's a lot of good training options that can come out of this that I don't think a lot of people talk about. And of course, reaching out to your fire department, your paramedics to talk about what they would do and what they want you to do as a safety team. Most importantly out of this, I see guns left in crazy places. Bathroom of the church. I've seen safety team members and regular people go in to use the bathroom and leave the gun behind on the toilet because they're in a rush to go somewhere else. And now that gun's open for anybody, including children that happen across it. And as we know, kids do stupid things. If you have a firearm, I know it sounds silly, and we always say this, make sure you secure it and keep it safe. So that way little ones and people that don't need to don't grab it. Now you can see I've got 2 rifles over here. I got a shotgun and an AR. They are out because I'm working on them currently. And when I am done with this, currently it's just me and my wife. We don't have any children living in the house. When I'm done with that though, for the day, it's going into a gun safe and it's gonna stay there. So if somebody broke into my house, they're not gonna be able to take that stuff. Everything is kept out of reach of little ones and then people that aren't supposed to grab it. You want to do the same thing like leaving guns loose in your vehicle. That's a very common thing. People leave, they don't want to carry it on them, so they leave it in their car. The problem is somebody's going to break into your car and then steal that firearm and then use it on somebody else, and that's going to cause problems for a lot of people. So a lot of lessons learned. It is not meant to shame, ridicule, or anything else. It's to let you know the things that are going on so that we can learn from it and we can better ourselves from it. Now, I always end my videos by saying, remember your ABCs, always be carrying. Always be carrying on you, not on your vehicle, not left behind somewhere, on you. That's where it needs to be in case something happens. No spare guns laying around for somebody to break into or to people to grab them that aren't supposed to. Just be good. Remember those ABCs, always be carrying.